All right. Somebody sent me this. 5th fatality at the Isle of Man TT race. I actually, when this came in, I usually just read them like as I'm talking to you guys, but that I had to look up. Now, the Isle of Man race is on the Isle of Man, which is, I believe, I was going to go to this thing. I had everything lined up. I was trying to line up a gig. I was going with my buddy of mine. I was going to go to this fucking thing before all this COVID shit happened. And it's the most insane motorcycle race out there. They've had more deaths than years that they've had it. And these people just drive 1,000,000 miles an hour through these little farm towns. I don't know how they do it, but they've had 5 fatalities this year alone. It says, hey, Bill, really don't mean to spam you. Maybe you follow this news yourself, but 2 more fatalities today. I'm just morbidly curious about the TT race. I'm not that into motor racing, but have threatened to go to it for years with my brother, who is a big petrol head. You might be interested in the story of the Dunlop family from Northern Ireland. Maybe you know them. Know of them, I think is what you're trying to say. Dunlop, like the tires and all of that stuff.
Dunlop, take the road.
Big name in racing. The gist is the most successful Isle of Man TT rider ever was Joey Dunlop. Oh, okay. With 26 victories over the years. Jesus Christ. He was killed in a bike road race in Estonia in 2000. His brother Robert Dunlop had 5 TT victories. All right. Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the Dunlop family from Ireland is some of the toughest people God ever created here. His brother Robert Dunlop had 5 TT victories. So but in that family, they had a total of 31 victories. He was killed in a road race in Northern Ireland in 2008, the Northwest 200. Robert had 2 sons, William and Michael, and they featured in the documentary Road. Oh, they are featured in the documentary Road. Well, I'm watching that, which is worth checking out.
If motorcycle racing was not at all dangerous, most of them would not do it.
It looks insane, but when you're on the bike, you feel in control.
Again, but that was fantastic, and Michael Dunlop means business.
The challenge of facing up to danger and overcoming it that attracts them.
William was killed in a bike road race just outside Dublin in 2018. My God. Jesus Christ. This is like a reverse Pixar movie. His brother Michael, who has lost his uncle, father, and brother, still races bikes and won 2 events in the Isle of Man TT this year. He is now 3rd on the list of most wins. The mentality of some of these riders is fascinating. All the best. I mean, it's got to be the most interesting interview ever. All right, Isle of Man.
I always described even just riding a bike as escapism in its purest form for me, for everything that I've ever tried, and I've tried bungee jumping and all that sort of stuff. Nothing comes close to what riding a bike is like. And then to ride a bike at the TT is like, doesn't matter what's going on in my head at the time, whether it be personal issues, business issues, money issues, whatever, everything else just pales into insignificance. Once that helmet gets put on and you're sat on that bike, that's all I'm thinking about.
Roger and Bradley Stockton die in a sidecar crash. So this was a father and son have been killed in a crash during the racing of the Isle of Man. TT organizers have confirmed. The pair from Crew, I hope I said that right, CREWE, both died as a result of the incident at Aggo's Leap. Oh, boy. During the second lap of the second sidecar race on Friday, passenger Bradley, 21, was a newcomer to the event, while his father, Roger, 56, last competed at the TT in 2017. 5 riders have now died at the event this year. Holy shit. I got to be honest, like, the Isle of Man is the closest thing to what racing was, you know, back in the day in like the 50s and 60s, where people, like, you got in the car and you were seriously like just a car. You were seriously risking death. I've recommended this book a number of times. There's a book out there called The Limit, and it's about the first F1 champion that was American born. And aside from an amazing accomplishment, is just the amount of death that there was back then. And I know I've talked about this before on the podcast, but forget about on the track, into the crowd. Like the safety in the cars wasn't there, and it certainly wasn't there for the crowd. And these fucking guys would hit each other, and their cars would just go flying into the crowd, and they'd kill like fucking, I don't know, 15 fucking people. It was insane. And it's really amazing, like the level of safety that they've been able to achieve over the years, because of, they always learn through people fucking dying. Same thing with aviation. So it becomes super safe because people give up their lives there. Is there a place there's got to be a place to watch that live, that race every year. It is fucking, that is no joke. That's, you're putting on your big boy pants there. So rest in peace to all 5 of those riders, everybody over there. I don't know how they get their balls into the fucking riding leathers. Those are some throwback people. Much respect.